Hey everyone, this is Curtis Walker from GoHustlerGo.com, and this is the GoHustlerGo.com podcast. So, today's episode, we're going to be talking to you about mistakes, and have you ever made them? And we're going to actually contrast that against improvement. Now, I know I hate making mistakes, and I know growing up, I'm going to say when I made mistakes, because I'm the youngest, I had a lot of older siblings, and it always felt a lot heavier when I messed up, because it's like I not only had a mom, I not only had a dad, but I also had 5 older sisters and a brother. Now, my brother wasn't so bad, but my sisters, they usually came down on me pretty hard, and especially my sister that was closer to me in age. And she used to really come down on me pretty good. Now, I know as we've gotten older, me and her are actually the best of friends. But as a kid, I hated it. I felt like a ton of bricks were actually sitting on top of me growing up. And I felt like I was under a lot of pressure. Now, as I got older, I then had the weird audacity to go into the U.S. Marine Corps. Now, talk about an environment where it is difficult to make a mistake because everyone makes mistakes, especially when you're in boot camp. And I know during the whole process that I was going through when I first hit, it was like a huge shock or an emotional setback to have 4 or 5 drill instructors all yelling at one individual, myself, all at once at the same time. And yelling different things, different orders. That I'm trying to make decisions about what order do I follow, and which will cause me the least amount of pain. Now, having that run through my head at an emotional level and then being able to make conscious decisions about what to do next was challenging for me. That was the whole point of that exercise. If I didn't actually learn how to survive through that, I would not be able to survive through combat. Now, I am grateful for that experience. It was traumatic, it was challenging, but it actually moved me to a higher level to be able to handle dealing with supposed mistakes. But this really is not talking about making mistakes, but it's more so talking about how you interpret what a mistake means. You see, in life is not something that is supposed to be 100% perfect all the time before you move or make a move. Everything that we have experienced in life has been built upon a series of trial and errors. It has been built upon people who took some risk, who made some move. And there were some people who actually made some decisions without waiting for permission or approval from a group of people before they did it. There were some things that just basically needed to be done, and people had to get down to it. Now, I do know though that, like, I look at people who play the piano, and I know some people who tinker around, and I have actually experienced some people who are like, I'm gonna say they should be like in the symphony or something like that at the degree and level that they play the piano. But the difference between someone who tinkers around and somebody who's actually improved their craft is they worked on continuous improvement. They made mistakes from day one, and then every time they made a mistake, they figured out a way to work through it. They actually started to embrace those mistakes because it gave them something to push and advance their skill set and their craft at. Now, this applies pretty much, this mindset applies to almost every walk of life when it comes to improving what you do. I know that every day that I get out here and I record, I emotionally start to get more and more comfortable about it. I put a lot of my, I'm going to say, angst or idiosyncrasies behind me each and every day that I get out here in front of the mic. And I'm doing it for a reason, a particular passion that's in front of me. I know when I first started doing this, I thought about the idea of actually making a ton of money. Now, it's actually gone beyond making money. It's really gone to how much can I bring out of myself? How much can I pour into life? And as I pour more of myself out, Are there any people out there who feel like I feel, who want to make changes and transitions in what they do? And I wanted to make a dramatic shift in how I work. Now, all the jobs that I've held prior to this have been always about fulfilling some sort of quota. And I wanted to do something completely different. So therefore, I've decided to get myself out here in social media. But I also wanted to not only get myself out here, but I wanted to document my path, and I wanted to look at areas where I'm strong at and even areas where I'm weak at, and be able to help other people work past their own personal barriers, especially in the area of online marketing. There are a lot of opportunities out there. There actually is so many different things that a person could be doing. And it doesn't even matter what walk of life you come from or what arena you want to promote through online marketing. It's pretty much the sky's the limit, and it's up to you how you want to get and put yourself out there. But I do know it is important that you get past one day and thinking about one day I'm going to do this and one day I'm going to do that. And it's important that you get past this thing about perfection before you get started. Perfection is going to come each and every day that you choose to apply yourself. So basically, continuous improvement is better than delayed perfection. Because if you keep waiting on perfection, it'll be 10, 20, 30 years down the road before you decide that you're perfect enough to get out there and do it. So 30 years down the road, you've spent waiting to actually get things right before you got started. But some people never get started because they're waiting on that right opportunity. And those are years gone by, opportunities gone by. And so what I'm trying to say is work each and every day on yourself and on your craft, embrace mistakes, and then just keep learning from those mistakes. And as you keep pressing through, you'll get better and smoother at it. And so I'm just putting this challenge out here for you today. I want you to actually really just decide, like, what do you want to build? What areas do you want to grow in? And just keep taking steps each and every day. So once again, this is Curtis Walker. I've developed the website over at GoHustlerGo.com. I made that just for you guys. It's loaded with a lot of blog notes and information related to personal development, as well as online marketing in the area of brand ambassadorship, or it's information also out there on how to develop ebooks and digital courses, doing webinars, seminars, and also online coaching. So get out there and check that out and sign up for the newsletter. And that way you can be a part of the community. Now, as you actually connect with us, one thing I want to challenge you, and I challenge everyone at the end of the podcast, and that is I want you to act as though you paid for this, that you dropped a lot of money on this, because I want you to take it serious. These are some great tips and hints that I'm dropping for you. So I want you to treat it like you have paid for it, because I know that if you feel like you've paid for it and made a major investment in it, you're going to want to get your money's worth, and you'll take better, decisive action on what you're going to do with these steps. So get out there, take action on this, but do something today. Make continuous improvement. And I want to hear some feedback as far as for what results you're getting from the tips and techniques and things that I'm giving to you. So once again, I'm Curtis Walker. This is GoHustlerGo.com, and I look forward to connecting with you on the next episode.